Biscuits and tea.
There's so many. All right, so here's this aspect. How many times has a black guy been shot or killed or whatever? And then you can even extend it. Let's even push it even further. How many times has a human in the U.S. been killed by an unnecessary, regardless of race, use of brutal force in the? It's so far that you guys don't even look at the headlines when it happens anymore. You just go, okay, that happened again. Like we're at that point, right? So in one hand, you would think, all right, so great, we're going to fix this somehow, which is what we basically tell ourselves all the time, is that we're just going to, like, it's, okay, we'll do some protests, we do some like token things that we just do. Like we say these things and our leaders come out and say some stuff, and then some people donate some money to certain stuff and certain people, and then we move on.
It all seems to go back to the definition of insanity. It's kind of,
exactly. Same with the shooting that I mentioned in Sandy Hook. It's like we get to a point. So if this is going to be a greater use for some sort of change, that would be amazing. You know, I mean, now my other question to you guys over there then is, they've reopened things though, right? Isn't some states open? Or
as far Missouri's pretty much fully open, other than like clubs, but like the bars are open, everything's pretty much open. Now on the Kansas side, I'm not sure.
Kansas, they're like, I think they're in like one of the later phases of reopening, you know. So I think, you know, you can go to like, last time I did podcasts, like you could go and dine in at Jack Stack Barbecue, but obviously there weren't a lot of people out yet. But now I think like when I go to go grab something for pickup, like there's people waiting to like for reservations, sit at tables and stuff. Like it's packed. It's
packed. Okay.
Yeah.
Really? And people are back to work. Some people are. 15% though, unemployment rate basically is how much of our, that's 40.
Yeah. And then and most people are still working at home. So even if they are unemployed, they're still at home, and more than likely they're not doing anything effective for the business. They're just waiting for the business to reopen. You know, like they can't like, continue on with their business like we're doing. You know, there's very little companies that could shift and then do everything they're doing virtually, you know, and stay profitable. Like they're just keeping people on payroll because of, you know, government incentives and all this kind of stuff. But like as soon as something where the government can't continue providing this huge help to all these businesses, like the unemployment rate is going to go way, 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 way higher. Like there's just so many useless dollars being spent on ineffective employees.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so wait a second. Am I fully caught up basically? So this has been spread. How are the big cities though? How's LA, New York, Chicago?
LA's fucked, Chicago's fucked.
What?
They're
all
the worst.
It's
worst.
like Michael said, it's like the LA riots times 10, but in every city.
Like, so it's everywhere. Think
about the plaza, dude.
Seattle's fucked.
The Kansas City Plaza is doing this. So if the Kansas City Plaza,
Omaha's fucked.
No, if you have stuff going on in the Midwest, riots, good luck in big cities.
And the only reason all that happened in KC was because supposedly, because I know a couple friends that went, there was somebody, supposedly a white guy, in the back throwing water bottles at the police.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why they possibly got the tear gas thrown at them. So they were fine. So they were fine for the most part until that point. Obviously, you throw tear gas, people get upset, angry, and then they want to loot.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
That is so. I'm blown away. This is feel like I was actually.
Remy, you haven't even seen anything.
You've got to be kidding, though. You got to be kidding. What else is there to see?
I mean, this is going to take a while.
I'm about to say, there's brutality going on at the protest.
Oh my god, dude!
And not by police, and they're not, and it's a non-violence protest, and there's police pushing people.
Like pushing is nice, by the way. Pushing is nice. Like I saw.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Like I saw like full-on cops walking up to like normal women, 110 pounds, and just getting like body slammed to the ground.
What?
Like
for
media
what?
members getting arrested for like media members getting shot and tear gas when they are literally doing their job. I saw 2 cop cars literally running over people in the streets. I don't know where that
NYPD's running.
Yeah, they're literally running.
Sorry, what? NYPD? They're running over. What's this? Is in New York or what?
You want me to just pull up? I have these. You want me to just pull up the clips?
Pull up. Yeah. Tell me something that else is going. I thought because where it stands now, this happened. That led to a few days of a little bit of looting and rioting, and now you guys are telling me that even the big cities are worse than what I'm seeing. So I heard a personal story from Philly.
No,
saw Minneapolis.
You haven't gone to Minneapolis. Did you see that last video?
I don't know. What did it actually contain? This Reddit public freak out downtown video of downtown Minneapolis. Jesus.
Oh my.
Video of downtown Minneapolis burning.
Wow.
Has there been a state of emergency declared?
Nope.
The National Guard. I'll show you. We'll get to what the National Guard is up to.
They're in Missouri.
Well, remember, I think they were already here.
Yeah, they got called in last night, I think, when the looting started.
Yeah, I think they were in like St. Louis or somewhere. Like they had already been like posted up during the pandemic, but I think now it's like perfect timing. It's like, oh, I called in the National Guard 2 months ago. Now you can do your job.
Wow,
that's insane, dude.
They burned down the police station in Minneapolis.
It's a war zone, dude. It's like Call of Duty. It's like literally like seeing a scene of Call of Duty.
It literally looks like Call of Duty.
And Remy, you were asking where this cop is. Well, this is happening.
Yeah. Do we know? And is he being? So just to make sure that I'm sure of all of the facts, at least to the level that we can be aware with all this shit going on. But the guy that was staying over him essentially murdered this guy, because clearly if someone, it's get off of it. If he says it, at least shift your fucking body. Yeah. Shift your position of power. I'm okay if you even want to be over him, holding him down.
Or even on his back,
exactly.
Drop down.
If you block someone's airway, you're gonna kill them, dude. Like
you're going to kill them eventually. That's what happens when you choke someone, right? So
if he would have got off him just probably an inch, he'd probably still be alive.
Right. So I don't understand what happened with the empathy that's going on in someone's brain when you're making a simple arrest, and all you've got to do is just subdue this guy, and you're just going to stay on his neck while he says he can't breathe. Like, are you dumb, or are you what is?
It's not just It's not even just him though. There's 3 other cops.
I get it.
Right next to him.
I get it too. And they're not going to go, hey, he says he can't breathe. Like, Yo Jones or whatever his name is. I mean, we know his name, I'm guessing now. Everyone knows who this cop is. Or maybe you want to tell me. Just go ahead and tell me where this guy is or what the...
Look at this next video.
Right.
The next video, the one before it is them burning down the 3rd precinct in Minneapolis.
Which is what? Where that happened? Or...
Tyler, can you seriously though? Can you give an update on the name of this cop and like information, because I honestly don't know a lot about that.
Oh shit! I see another. Okay.
I didn't even...
So they burnt down the 3rd precinct, which is what, the police station that's responsible for this guy, or basically for the arrest and for all that stuff.
And that next one that you're gonna see is all of the cops at that cop's house, which is where he is at the moment. Or where he was at this point in time. He was at his home.
I haven't seen this.
They sent. You haven't seen? I haven't seen Michael. It's crazy.
So the 3rd precinct police station in Minneapolis has been breached and is being set on fire by protesters. So,
holy crap!
Derek Michael Chauvin, a 44-year-old white man. He's been a police officer since 2001. He has 18 complaints on his official record, 2 of which ended in discipline from the department, including official letters and reprimand. He has been involved in 3 police shootings, one of which was fatal.
Oh my God. 18 offenses, man. 18.
Holy shit.
I don't know.
Who else keeps their job?
I don't know how. I don't know
That's
how
a good
big.
point.
I don't know what a complaint.
Well, yeah, I don't. And it does matter what those complaints are, but I mean, it does seem like a lot, right?
18 open net shot. Will John,
yeah, good luck.
He's getting
No, that would be the same as congratulations. Here's a 3-year contract. You missed 18 open netters.
Well, speaking of soccer and all this is going on, did you see American Weston McKennie? He wore the band for for George during the last game he played.
No. What is the what's the band or what are they? What's the representation?
It says just. I'll send it. He put it on his Twitter, but I didn't even know that he wore it. I'll put it in the group really quick, and he put a little message.
I haven't been able to load. Tyler, you sent a video with the cops at his house.
Yeah, the cops are protecting his house. And when I say cops, it's like 40 of them, 40, 50 of them.
But I need to. Oh, this is the Twitter that you. Oh no, that's Michael. That's what you just sent.
Yeah, that's Weston McKinney. He wore the band for Peace for George, which is dope.
Yeah, Quincy Teagan is donating $100,000 to anybody to get out of bonds, to get out of jail.
I saw that too.
And then
wow,
LeBron James reposting Colin Kaepernick stuff. This is why he did. So you have major, iconic people who have maybe kind of supported. But
are they? Yeah, I mean, what is it? There's I see this now. I see what he's written. Yeah, to be able to Weston McKinney. To be able to use my platform to bring attention to a problem that has been going on too long feels good. We have to stand up for what we believe in, and I believe that it's time that we are heard. Justice for George Floyd. Okay. Yeah, that's
the bottom.
Is this the
bottom link is all the cops. This is on the same night as when the riots started. This bottom link is all the cops at his house.
Did the riots start the same day? So the riots started the same day as the murder, essentially. I mean, let's call it for what it is.
100%.
Fully armed.
You might have been nice with 50.
Really?
Who's out here defending this dude's house? I don't care.
I think that's a lot.
Who's out here defending this guy's house? I understand, we can't just let people go in and just rip people's houses down, but I'm sorry. If this dude murdered someone, why are we protecting his house? I'm sorry. You lose your right.
He should have been shipped off to some prison, just somewhere.
Holy crap. You're not kidding. Somewhere. Yeah, Tyler, I think you might have been wrong on the 50. That's like 100 cops, man.
That's a mini army.
Yeah, it's a small army.
Yeah. What message are you sending to the rest of the world when you have that many cops tackling women and protecting this murderer's house? What do you expect? What would you be doing if your son, dad, grandpa, if they got murdered? What would you do? I don't care about anything in the world. I don't care about anything that's going on. I don't care about what job, if someone kills my wife, my dad, my best friend, I have no care about anything except for revenge at that point.
Yeah, you're going to be gone.
It's good you say that because there's actually here. So this next one is a speech that some guy
down your target. Well, guess what? My favorite person in the world got murdered for no reason.
Yeah, for no.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, you know what the other issue is? And I think this is what's making the unrest even worse, is that if you go from state to state, every governor, they're not united.
No.
Yeah. So you have New York's governor who's saying he's with Black Lives Matter. I can say the same thing with New Jersey with Murphy. And then you have some other states that are just either not acknowledging it or they're acknowledging the looting and saying it's not right. So it's I think it starts from the top with the government just being in disarray, especially with the election coming up. I think it's just everyone's just scrambling.
Perfect. That's a perfect segue then. Wait a second though. Tell me what our leader is. Has he come out now? Clearly, if it's as bad as you guys are showing me, what has he come out to calm? Because there's really nothing else. You got to first calm everybody down before we can have a discussion. What's he said?
You want to hear the infamous quote?
Oh no! Oh no! I should know better. I should know better, shouldn't I? I mean, he's not.
Do you want to hear this? Do you want to hear this?
And when? I need to know when he spoke, when he got on TV and decided.
He spoke. He actually didn't get on TV. He tweeted.
He tweeted. He
tweeted.
He made probably the worst. I think it's going to go down as the worst tweet in history.
Yeah, and then before you read that, literally before this, Twitter already started pulling down one of his posts because it was false information, and they've made a big political move to be we're not going to allow all this false information to be pushed on the platform. And basically, he made an executive order that was basically kind of political dancing and theater that he might regulate Twitter. He might regulate that companies like this can't regulate what's being put out. Obviously, I don't think, from what I've read, it doesn't have much legs and can't really nothing. And it would have huge unintended consequences if that was the case, if they made it so they can't regulate. So he had this back and forth, this feud with Twitter, and then he did this, I think, after. Is that right, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's hear this tweet.
So I'm trying to find the exact one because it's like just a whole bunch of bullshit. Yeah.
Everyone,
but pretty much, to summarize, he pretty much said, if you loot, then someone can shoot.
What? If you loot, someone can shoot. Basically, we got to get this. You got to find this quote. We need to see this.
I'm trying to find it.
See it. In the meantime,
I think.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I think this was him tied into saying he was going to call the National Guard too. Yeah. So he was saying like the National Guard will shoot you if you're looting.
And that's calm everybody down. That's what we need.
Yep.
Everything is a show of force. It's crazy because back when he won the original election, I thought, and Tyler, because we were playing together at that time, right? Were we playing together when he won, or was it before?
Yeah. So we, I would have left.
Oh, okay. So it's basically it was leading up to, yeah. So I thought so. Obviously, yeah, we were playing together all throughout his election that year, and I basically thought that he was gonna. I was almost want to applaud the guy for understanding that he knew how to win an election like that. And then I thought the first order of business in all elections is like, just like it was, say, and we were involved in a fairly not hostile, but the U.S. soccer elections is, hey, some things were said. That's great. That's all done. We were just playing a game. Just like when you go into a tackle really hard, I'm not trying to hurt you or kill you. I have to go in hard because I need to win the ball. That's part of the game. And then it was going to be hey guys, that was a show. Everybody bring it together. This is cool. I very naively thought that was what he's going to, because I didn't know Trump before. I mean, it's just like everybody else. He was just a name you hear. It's on buildings. He's got a show. I don't know who this person is, really. So
okay, I have the exact.
All right, good. Let me.
All right, are you ready for this?
Please.
Okay, let's start from right before that. These thugs, capitalizing thugs, are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to the governor, and this is the next tweet. Just spoke to the governor, Tim Walz, and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts.
How is that fucking helpful?
Exactly.
How is that going?
To my president.
How is never, dude, never, ever is that ever going to solve anything? Hey, guess what? People who have lost their minds and absolutely going insane with stuff. Guess what? We're going to shoot you if you do it. He thinks, is that how? So he's gone. He's just completely detached from what could possibly help in anyone's reality.